Hey
Okay.
everyone, it's brother Chris here with with my co-host Gypsy Lady Eva. It's been a while though that we both have been actually on doing this kind of stuff compared to doing actually with special guests. Uh, but yeah, so you said though that your nurse just left you today, Gypsy Lady Eva,
Yes, she did.
and what's the
Yeah,
results?
she. I couldn't pee.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, well, they came, they took some blood. She took some blood,
yeah,
and then I had to leave a urine sample.
don't you love those?
Oh, I don't mind them when I can do it, but it was this time it was like, oh man.
Yeah.
And I even drank extra water so I would be ready to pee, and nothing happened. And it still hasn't happened. And I'm like, if I had the dingle dangles that the guys have, I could just wring it out.
It's like
Milk it like a cow. Oh geez.
yes,
I'm
yes.
terrible. I am so
No, you're
terrible.
not. No, you're not. You're gorgeous
I
and
told
you're
her,
hilarious. Go ahead. You
I
told her.
told her, well, we were talking because what did she do? And something about my shirt. And I said, well, you'll see everything, including the saggy breasts. And I started laughing, and she said, "What are you laughing at?" And I said, I told her, I know that as you get older, things get taken over by gravity. Let's put
Yes,
it that
yes,
way.
yes.
And I was telling her it was my 50-year, I think I've told this before, but it was my 50-year class reunion. And we were all talking about how we're getting older. And I says, yeah, remember these? They used to be perky and in your face. Now they're saggy and in my lap. And this one of the oh, there's a part two. One of the guys who was a real smarty mouth in school was still because he looked at me and he said, "Yeah, I know. My balls are down near my ankles."
So yes,
Well, when I think about my boobs, I think, do your boobs hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you sling them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your boobs hang low?
I love it. I love it. It's like God. So yes, it's like gosh. But yeah. So
Somebody come into this and they're not going to know that it's a paranormal type thing we're supposed to be discussing.
yes, yes, yes. It's like I said. Well, again, those
Uh,
like you're saying those. You gotta laugh. You gotta have fun, or else why the heck are you here?
that's right.
And that sort of brings us actually into the discussion that we're going to be talking about today. Join us back after this quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Hey everyone, check out our merchandise that we have now listed underneath hauntinglivepodcast.com. We used to be on Etsy, but we found a little bit of troubles with that, so we are now on hauntinglivepodcast.com with our merch store. Check it out. We've got so much items all together with cleansing items and crystals and so much more. Check us out, hauntinglivepodcast.com.
Follow us here at Haunting Live, our new shows, and we are honored to have a brand new co-host on our shows now. Yolanta Mary is our co-host, and she does a lot of work for us on the side and introduces people to the show and discusses different topics on the show. So we're really happy to have her here this season. So go check out our brand new episode.
Alrighty, so yes, we're back actually from the quick commercial break. But yeah, there's so much stuff going on in this crazy world over here in North America. 100%. And if you were listening quite a while ago to us before January and also before November, we would have told you exactly what was going to take place. And we have been 100% accurate, which is ding, 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 ding. But yeah, so we actually we actually talked so much about what's going actually on within the states, what's Canada and everything else to do with Trump wanting Canada as 51st state, and actually, yeah. So it looks like though, actually, as of this morning's poll, which I will pull up within a second. And we're going to talk about the stock market. So I'm going to play a quick video actually of this morning's stock markets. and that's actually as of the 3rd of April. So here we go with this little clip.
We're off, we're running, we've started, and we're opening in the red, big time. The Dow Industrials in the first few seconds of business down 350 points. That's 0.84%. You're back to 41,600. Oh, look at that. There's the Dow 30. I see 2 winners. That's your lot. 28 losers, 2 winners. Plenty of selling. The S&P 500 is down 50 points, exactly 1%. The Nasdaq Composite down 241 points, 1.3%. Show me big tech, please. How are they doing with everything else down? They're all down. Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Meta, Amazon, all in the red, significantly so.
All right, so that right there was just showing exactly what's gone on. Actually, as of this morning, stock markets have crashed for the States. And since Gypsy Lady Eva, she's over in the States, she was hearing some rumors altogether with the stock markets crashing. So what did you hear on your side?
Well, I was listening to a couple of the other of the news stations that I like listening to that are pretty decent, and it was on News Nation. Excuse me, and they were talking to some foreign analysts. I'll get the right word out yet.
Yeah.
And basically they were saying if it hadn't crashed by this afternoon, it definitely will crash then.
Yeah.
And they were very, 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 very pissed off at Trump for doing this because there was no need for it. Okay, I got to get my blood pressure back down or I'll stroke out here.
Yeah.
The European, it's not NATO, but it's like the EU, I guess is what I'm
the EU, yeah.
And there's even plans within the EU that should Trump crash the market, they will be willing to help the people, but the government has to stay out of it. They don't want anything to do with Trump because he's such a ill-informed jerk. Please note, I was good.
Yeah. So, and it's true though. The reason was because yes, Donald Trump is uneducated. He does not know anything at all. They've actually proven quite a bit. Again, Donald J. Trump has wanted Canada for the longest time, but thanks to our new person that's in charge of Canada, Mark Carney, has done major damage against Donald J. Trump. And right where Donald J. Trump does not know if he's coming or going. And another thing, though, that actually about Mark Carney, since we're going to be having an election up here shortly in Canada, Donald J. Trump cannot do anything with Canada at all. And hopefully Carney does get elected. I know Carney has actually sold things to the States prior to Trump getting elected, which is a big deal up here in Canada. But just think that a lot of American companies have gone to Canada.
Yeah, and it's not like they're taking stuff from us because it's part of that cycle where they make the things there, they send them back, we put them here, put them where they need to be, and then we send it back over, and it goes back and forth. But it's not like they're trying to take advantage of us. You are trying to take advantage of us. It's more like this is what people who work together should do.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It does.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure if I was saying it right.
But the thing is, with Donald J. Trump, he does not see that at all.
No.
His education is horrible. I mean, really horrible.
What education?
Yeah, that's basically it. What education?
I mean, come on. The man paid people to sit in on his tests, to do this, to write his papers, and all the other things. And it's like, just because you have money does not mean you should not be educated. I will give that to Elon Musk. He is educated. He's a dumb arse.
Yeah.
But he's still educated.
Yeah. It's like
I'm sorry. I do not have very much. I never had much love for Elon. I think he uses and abuses.
That's the whole thing, though. And a lot of countries are actually, if he lands actually in their country, basically though, he's arrested right then and there.
Please go to those countries.
Yeah,
Please,
yeah.
please.
But just recently, actually, Fox News. I don't know if you saw this one, but Fox News was actually at one of the meetings. Unknown caller. At this meeting, though, that was going actually on, Fox News kept on actually asking certain questions, and what actually had happened though is you could tell right away she was petrified from questions being drawn by Fox News. So yeah, we were just talking about Elon Musk altogether of what actually just recently took place. It's a little bit hard for me to explain, but it might be easier for Gypsy Lady Evie to just recently explain to do with him being soon to be kicked actually out of the White House.
Yes. Well, I don't like to use the word kick out, but shot out of a cannon, maybe. I don't know. Sorry.
I love the
Like
terms.
sorry. Like I say, I just have very little respect for his stupidity. Let's just put it that way. Uh, he Trump is hinting at it. He hasn't actually said he's not going to be there. He's been hinting and leaving remarks that, yes, indeed, he will be gone in a couple of months. Yes, indeed, he will be gone. He will, and it's like never too soon. This man has completely decimated too many things. And you hear the veterans, you hear the farmers, you hear the teachers, you hear all these people who are affected by what he has done, plus all the government workers.
Yeah.
Elon, yeah, he went in after all the government waste, but you don't use a chainsaw. You use a scalpel, deliberately looking for what is wrong before you make a cut.
Yeah.
And I want to say it was either Biden or Barack Obama started doing this where with cleaning out the government waste. And yes, people did get laid off because they were doing stuff that didn't make any sense. But you didn't see thousands upon thousands of people being ousted from
Yeah.
their jobs.
Yeah. And also with people though that actually were told by Supreme Court of the United States that they would not be deported.
Oh, don't go.
And it's like gosh, and he actually has been kicking people actually out of the country 100%. Same with also Donald J. Trump. And so there's wrong being done actually within the states.
Yes, and the bad thing about some of these people that have been deported and they're in Salvador now and they'll never see the light of day again and they're innocent.
Yeah.
They're innocent.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's like
Sorry.
no,
Sorry.
it's true. It's true. So, I was watching something earlier today, and since Donald J. Trump has put the tariffs actually on other countries, he's only doing 25% to Canada for the vehicles, which he's going to learn quite fast from Canada.
Oh, yeah.
So the polls today stand actually at 51 to 48%. So to stop Trump actually on his tariffs. He has no education. The thing, though, is for people in the States that are listening to our podcast, if you did vote for him, if you think the tariffs are still good, no, they're not. Tariffs, though, are the worst things ever. You guys are going to be paying way higher price. Not the countries or the companies that are bringing things in. The customer pays the higher price.
Well, if you studied anything with economics, which I can't say that I have, but I've read through different economic type papers. And you read about tariffs. There is a point to have tariffs and to use them, but you need to use them wisely.
Yeah.
And it's not really to get any more money, but to cover costs. That's what tariffs are supposed to be about. uh, it's kind of interesting because one of the things that came up on the TV this morning is they were talking about uh, like back in the 30s with the stock crash of 1929,
Yes.
and then there was like was it 12 years of economic depression, and
Yeah.
it was not good, not good at all. But all these tariffs, that was all a part of it. That's why the stock market crashed, or one of the reasons. And the more I have studied, the more I think, you know, does he doesn't even have a clue
No.
what this is all about.
No. That's okay. So, well, look over there, you guys over there in the states. Look at your eggs. How much is a cart of eggs over there nowadays?
I think the last time I talked with somebody, they were saying they paid $7 and something and loose change for a dozen eggs.
Oh my gosh.
$7.
Yeah, a rate and our lowest price though next door, right where I live though, at Giant Tiger, the lowest price there is $3.50.
You know, what's even funnier is there in I live in an area that has a lot of Amish,
Yeah,
and they will sell eggs, and they have kept their eggs to, I think the most that I've heard about that is $4 a dozen.
that's still a good reasonable price there. Like,
Yeah, these are, first of all, they're homegrown.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, well, home, whatever you
Well,
want to
well, yeah,
call
yeah. They're
it.
they're right from the butt. They're right from the butt.
They're right from the chicken. No, they're
Yeah,
right from the chicken. Let's keep it good.
yeah,
And not only that, they're pretty organic. I wouldn't say that they don't do a lot with the chemicals and stuff, which is a good thing.
yeah,
So you're getting organic, farm raised chicken eggs.
yeah.
And uh, the one farm next, well, it's kind of next to ours. It's a long story. And they were raising chickens. They had a good little business going. Well, with the whole thing with the price of eggs, they can't keep up. You
Yeah.
can only make the chicken lay so many
So
eggs.
true, so true. It's like guys,
Well, the interesting part about that, and I have to laugh, is chickens can only really produce good eggs for a very relatively short period of time,
yeah,
from what I understand. I could be wrong. If there's some chicken person out there who can give me better facts, but anyway, once they've reached that point where they can't get any more eggs out of them, or the quality of the egg is very poor, um, they will slaughter them and uh, sell the chicken meat. So they still are making a profit on
they
that
still are.
chicken.
Yes, yes. It's like so.
It's kind of
But
funny.
yeah, the other thing I had to laugh though was actually what Trump said about dairy.
I missed that one.
Right when he was doing his speech and all that, he said, "Well, Canada's got a lot of milk, they got a lot of dairy and all this and that, and they send it to the states." And I'm like thinking to myself, no, the states actually has most of the majority of the stuff is actually from the states for your own dairy stuff. There's very little that comes from Canada, and I'm like going, okay, buddy, whoever taught you that did not teach you the right way.
Well, just different things that he has said, and you know that he is not informed. But I saw something he said. How did that go? I can't remember exactly what he said, but it had to do with, I don't even remember. But it's like, obviously, you have never been in the country, you dipwad.
Yeah,
He had no clue. And I think the commentator came back and said, well, there's another one of Trump's delusions. And they were starting to make fun of Trump because he gets an idea in his head and it
it keeps on growing and growing and growing and growing. Yeah, it's like God. So.
and it's like, and then you can't tell him. You can't tell him he's being a jerk.
Yeah, Yeah, it's like God. So,
I was going
but
to use something else, but that's
I,
okay.
I knew I could hear it. I could hear it. What you're gonna say? Yeah, it's like
There
God. So
was one of the commentators saying he throws up other thing. He throws up some stuff, but then he poofs it out.
yes,
It's like, oh, good Lord.
yeah, he
And
is.
the thing that,
Well,
go ahead.
what I was gonna say though is, my love and myself. We don't classify him actually as a president at all. They say
A
President
lot of
Trump,
people don't.
and for us though, we were like, no, he's not even a president. He is a dictator, and Putin's even getting mad at him.
Well, that's in that iffy
So
candidate, iffy category. Some people are saying that the anger that Putin is showing is actually to uh, win Trump back to his line of thinking.
yeah,
Like, oh, sweet mother of pearl, we don't
so
need this.
no, it's like so
We do not need
no,
this.
so like so those are little rants that we're doing actually today actually on the show, but we're gonna kind of change the subject though. I know some of you that actually brothers and sisters actually within the states, we're not mad at you as Canada. We're mad at only at one person. So that's the whole thing though, is even though tourism actually within the states has gone downhill quite enough, Florida residents are getting upset. Same with a lot more tourism locations about us Canadians not be able to go to the states. But anyways, those we're just gonna do actually some actually talking. We're gonna do some spiritual talking. So the way we're lifting actually everybody up all together, and at the end before we say goodbye, or even we might not even say goodbye, I have something for you guys to listen to, and it's actually cleansing your whole self. It's a half hour thing, so if you guys want to be able to listen to it, I will be putting it actually on the end here. But yes, we do need a lot more cleansing of share of ourselves. It is springtime, and weather yesterday was pretty bad. I don't know in your area, but in my area, it was pretty bad. And yeah, so we need to cleanse ourselves. We need to be able to do a lot more spiritual stuff. So, how was the
Well,
weather? How was the weather for you? Or go ahead.
well, the weather here was crappy. It rained off and on all day. The winds were pretty high. Last night it was raining constantly, and there are small lakes sitting all over the fields right now. So that has been have not seen that for quite a while.
Yeah,
Um, but you said we need cleansing. One of the things I do to help cleanse is salt. Just salt an area helps cleanse it. Um, and I have salt sitting on my computer someplace here. I know I do. And the thing is, uh, how can I say this? We need to be cleansed. We need to have something happen to cleanse us. And I was thinking about this when I was watching a show on pandemics,
yeah,
and it was kind of a apocalyptic sort of thing. And I was thinking about it. The more I thought about it, it's like maybe that's what these plagues are all about, to cleanse us, to get us back to where we need to be. Does
yeah,
that make sense?
yeah. To me, it does, and hopefully everybody
Uh,
else it does. So
and I think all too often we forget. And I'm not saying we need to turn to religion. That's a personal thing. That's something that you have to find your own way. But I think we need to return to a more spiritual attitude. And it really irks me when there's somebody there saying, "Oh, I am a spiritual person." Oh, really? How much meditation do you do?
yeah,
Oh, well, I don't know. Do you really need to meditate? You just need to be a good person. That's not a spiritual person, because the spiritual person will take time to connect with spirit. Sorry, I'm getting
No, no,
preachy
no, no,
again.
no, no, and it's true. It's true though, because for myself though, like over the weekend, though, I did two vendor shows. The first location was awesome. The second location was horrible. It's because the person that was organizing it had no clue. She says that she's done a lot of stuff in the past. Yeah, she's done a lot of things, but not high end. And the way that she presented herself to me is not good. I will never do events with her ever again because of her negativity, her energy altogether. And so what happened though is yesterday I was Monday I was completely sick. I had food poisoning, but besides that though, so yesterday those I went through and I looked at things. So it's like, okay, what should I be doing? I feel a call for vendors, markets. But from yesterday now, I'm actually booked all the way till December.
Wow.
So
Congratulations.
thank you. So basically, though, is you need to find yourself, which is what Gypsy Lady was kind of saying, though, is you got to be able to find out what structure works with you.
And like I said, I have nothing against religions. I think they set that framework that can help you move to the spiritual. And I think about I don't want to really bring it up, or I don't know if I should bring it up or not. But think about in the Catholic Church the rosary.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you say that rosary. It's 50 prayers, 50 some prayers that you say all together.
Yeah.
But the thing with the rosary is it does set, because of the rhythmic, it's almost like listening to, uh, I'm trying to think of what it's, I can hear it in my mind. Uh, it's a rhythmic thing. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women. Hail Mary, full of grace. I mean, you go and go and go, but it's that rhythmic saying it, and it does do something to you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to be a Catholic. That's not the point. The point that I'm getting at is religion sets up the parameters for you. And when you follow within that you give that time to God, Buddha, Allah, Yahweh,
The
Jehovah.
aliens. The aliens.
Alien. Well, yeah, the aliens, if you want to do that.
So,
They laugh at us, but that's okay.
yeah.
And it if you follow what they give you, it does help put you into a higher level of consciousness that you can make the connection with the spiritual. And uh as for the aliens, I'm sure they must have something or they wouldn't be this far along.
Yeah. It's like so true, so true. It's like right when you just started speaking about the Catholics, so I live in basically an all adults building, and most of the majority of the people here know I am Indigenous blood. Um, and one lady turned around to me, she goes and says, "Well, since you're Indigenous, what do you think about the Catholic Church?" And I told her my personal view. I was not happy, and she goes to me and says, "Well, I'm so sorry for that." I told Trevor, and Trevor got upset. But the thing though is, if you know exactly what the history has happened to us Indigenous, right where we were compared to right where we are now, right?
It was terrible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're a lot more stronger, a lot more better, right? We do more we do more spiritual work than really anything. Go ahead.
You've been into the Sweat Lodge.
Yes, I have. I love the Sweat Lodge.
Now there's something that sets you into the spiritual, can get you on a higher level.
Yeah. So it's like
I went to one Sweat Lodge, and it was hot in there. I
yeah.
mean, it was hotter than I would say normally, and they actually had to carry out two people.
Yeah. It's like,
Like,
I
oops.
yeah, right when you, so if people are just like, right when you go in sweat lodge, you basically take everything all off. All
Well,
right, you basically do. Some women though,
you're
they'll,
supposed to.
yeah, some ladies will actually go half. But yeah, you're doing a full cleanse, your whole body, right? And that's what's missing within this world nowadays. Is a lot of people doing is actually cleansing your whole body. I'm gonna play a little.
Well,
Go ahead.
no, I was just, well, we need to do that. We need to do it. And not just us, but the countries, the whatever's,
Yeah,
let's cleanse it all.
yeah,
Maybe that way we'll get rid of some of the dirt in the White House.
yeah.
I'm being kind.
It's like so. No, I hear you 100%. It's like that's sort of like how Canada is right now, but Canada is actually rectifying as one. And I do have to say,
Ah,
so. And if you guys actually want to know what happened, I just put my elbow up, and that's what one thing that's really high over here in Canada right now. Put your elbows up. So I'll play the clip, and we won't say goodbye, but we'll see you guys underneath our next show. Who knows when it will be, but pay attention. You guys take it easy. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.
and thank you for your time. It is deeply appreciated.
Finding a really comfortable position. You're welcome to sit cross-legged or on a chair, or even if you can manage to not fall asleep when you meditate, you're very welcome to lay down. Just really allow yourself to be in whatever position that makes you feel really supported, relaxed, and nourished, resourced. And once you're comfortable, just really concentrating on your breath, slowing it down, breathing in deeply, really inviting your mind and your body to soften, let go, and relax. With each new breath, inviting peace and stillness to really envelop your entire being. Bringing your awareness now to your heart center. Imagining the most beautiful flower in the center of your heart, blooming there. With each new breath, inviting that flower to open petal by petal, revealing a beautiful glowing light at its center. This light represents your soul, your ancient, wise, eternal self. And it is through this light that we are going to be traveling to your inner temple. As I count down from 5 to 1, by the time I reach number 1, you will find yourself having journeyed through the portal in the center of your heart to your sacred inner temple. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in and out. And really feeling and experiencing what it's like to be inside your inner temple, inside this peaceful, sacred, healing space. And you're met by your inner temple guide, and they lead you to a crystalline doorway. This doorway is a portal to Lemuria, an ancient land of harmony, unity, healing, and peace.